welcome to Rockville 2014. Matt Pinfield, fanfest.tv is our home here, and I'm so excited to be hanging out with my brother, Stained, my friends. Guys, what's going on?
Man, good to see you.
So good to see you.
It's been
Mike,
such a long
man, guys,
time.
love seeing you guys. What's going on, brother Sam? What's up, man? How are you?
Good.
You know, I mean, I gotta say, last time we were together, I'll always remember because it was like the night before Thanksgiving. I think we did that show that you did the DVD for at Mohegan Sun, which was phenomenal. It was a great night we all had together.
It was fun.
Went all the way up there. We shot that interview during the day before weather got real crazy.
Right.
It was cool. And it was an incredible show because the distance it is from like Massachusetts, where you guys are from, it was just cool because so many. It was like a lot of the old bands, people were with you from day one to. You know, fans who've loved you for years. It was kind of an interesting homecoming because, you know, that night before Thanksgiving anyway is always known as a homecoming night.
Sure.
People fly back home to see their families, their moms and dads.
Go out drinking with
Go
all
out
your friends.
drinking. Oh, it's the busiest bar night. Busiest bar night of the year, dude. I used to DJ that night. I'm like, I know I'm going to see everyone and bars clean it up. You know, DJ and rock. So it was a great time though, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So much fun. Man. Loved that. It was enjoyable to get to do the DVD.
It's cool
with
to
you
come
guys.
back here to Jacksonville too, because this is where we first met up with Fred to work on some songs about 16 years ago.
Yeah, isn't it amazing when you think about it now? We all have this connection to Jax, to Limp Bizkit. My daughter, who you just met, was born here.
Oh wow!
All right, her mom's family's here.
Wow.
So you know, and it's amazing because I have a Jacksonville license, I have a Jersey license, you know, because I have double residency. But it's
Photobombing the shit out of
come
you.
on, dude! Ivan for 5 fingers and
up, Ivan? How you doing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Good to
Sorry,
see you.
dude. You can always photobomb, Ivan. Come on, brother. You got
Greatest people on earth.
Yeah, dude, we love you. It's awesome.
Sorry.
Dude, it's awesome. We love it so. So, guys, when you think about it, tell me about your first experience in Jacksonville when you came down the first time. Because I love the story how the first record that Fred saw you had, he thought you were some like devil worshippers. I love this shit.
Yeah.
And then he listened to it. Tell me that story again. It's so classic. I thought you guys, we talked about because I did dinner with Sam Rivers the other night before they went out to LA again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sam's the brother, you know.
Hell
So
yeah.
tell me. Go ahead.
Man, we played a show up in Connecticut with Limp Bizkit. We got lucky enough to get called by a band that we had done a bunch of favors for, and they hooked us up. And we went and we played the show. And before the show, I had given DJ Lethal a CD of ours, and I guess he brought it back and gave it to Fred. And Fred came into the club and flipped out. The artwork on the CD was, as some of you folks have seen, you know, there's a knife and a Bible, and the Bible's bleeding, and it was very shock value artwork that we had done for this record.
Yeah, because you want to be able to go, what is this?
Yeah. So he took it the wrong way and tried to have us thrown off the show that got us discovered.
Which is unbelievable.
And it was like 3 months later, we were driving down here because we got him some new songs, and in fact, it was the night before Thanksgiving. They were opening for the Deftones outside of Boston, and we went and we gave him a new demo that we had, and we never even saw Fred.
Yeah.
And at that point, he started calling.
And it was the stuff that ended up on the first record.
Some of the stuff's
Flip,
on the
right?
first record, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And then we drove down after a gig the day after Christmas to Jacksonville. I remember we said, "Welcome to Florida," and our van died. Literally coasted
Like literally
over
the minute you crossed the border from Georgia, right,
Had to have
guys?
the van
You did the
towed.
95 run. I've done it a million
All
times
the way
myself.
down.
How many
Yeah.
cars? You know?
And then Fred came and
We
picked us up.
literally
had the van towed.
we broke down out in front of the way station.
Yeah.
Like it was literally just over the line.
That's incredible when you think about
Yeah.
it. But you guys like, oh man, is this a bad omen? What's going to happen here? No, but you're like fucking.
So he came with a flatbed, picked us up, flatbedded the van and trailer, and we got to his house, and we crashed on his floor.
Yeah, we slept on the floor,
We slept on his
all
floor
four of us.
for a week,
Yeah.
And just played in the little rehearsal spot, worked on tunes.
and then played those songs for the first time at Milk
Well,
Bar.
like Mud
the
Shovel.
funny thing
What
is-
else was on that demo? What else was there?
What were the
What were
songs?
the
What were the
songs?
4 or 5 songs that we played?
Spleen was on there.
Yeah.
Raw was on there.
Mud Shovel.
Yeah.
I think that was on the record, so I don't even remember. To be
Yeah.
honest, I know those two.
Yeah.
But in fact, the funny thing is the Danny Wimmer,
Yeah.
who puts on these festivals,
Yeah.
owned the Milk, or is running the Milk Bar, and we played a show for him New Year's of 1998
Anyway,
with Limp Bizkit, and now we're back playing for Danny again
Yeah.
today.
today with this big festival. Isn't it amazing? It all comes full circle. And my relationship with meeting you guys through Fred, my stuff with Limp Bizkit, and you know, so I mean, I think about all that stuff with Jacksonville, and even you're talking about Danny Wimmer and those guys working Puddle of Mud. I was in Fred's living room the first time Wes flew in with Danny, and he'd never been on a plane before from Little Rock. And he didn't realize the altitude alcohol equation. So he was hammered. And I mean, Fred had just smoked a fatty. We're hanging out. We're sitting there, and he goes, "Hey Matt, this guy, he sounds like Kurt Cobain." He looks at me and goes, "Play Rate Me for Matt." And then he does Rate Me for me. You know what I mean? And then, and then Fred says to me, he goes, "I don't know, man. He's pretty hyper." I'm like, "But dude, I think he's just a little buzzed. Give him a chance tomorrow." Then I see in the hotel the next day, I see Wes. He goes, "Man, did I piss Fred off?" I'm like, "Dude, it's cool, dude. Today, again, you guys and Puddle of Mud sold millions of records for Fred and yourselves. How many million did Break the Cycle sell? I mean, do we all
6, I think.
6
well,
million?
in the States.
States, worldwide. I mean, but you sold a lot more records than that. I mean, you guys made a lot of great records. And Puddle of Mud, Come Clean, did pretty well too for him.
Yeah, fantastic.
But you know, we're all connected somehow in that way. So here we are, man. I love you guys that are out playing it. Are we gonna get a new album soon? It's been a while since a Stained record.
No Stained record.
What are you thinking? Are you gonna continue to do the country stuff?
As soon as this tour is over, we're doing like 18 shows over the month of May.
Yeah.
This is the first one.
Right. Okay.
This is the Back on the Bicycle show.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And at the end of that, I go into the studio and record another country record.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. Do you love the fact? And we gotta say this. I know they're really happy for you too, and I love that I love that you're doing. You're straddling both ways. You're still rocking with Stain, but you love the country thing so much, and you've been accepted. A lot of rock people don't get that pass when they go into country music. But you had a #1 record with Country Boy. You and Darius Rucker are like the two dudes from Hootie who are like, people are loved. They love you, and they're like, oh, we're in. So how does that feel? Like, talk to me about that.
Very lucky.
Yeah, you know,
I'm very lucky. You know, I needed to do something else, and just creatively, just because that's how us creatives are sometimes.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could do that wouldn't be reinventing my wheel, so to speak, was to go back to the music that was the only music I ever heard as a kid. You know,
your mom and dad playing country. I know
my grandfather, and
your
then my
parents
dad.
were into Simon and Garfunkel and
my
stuff.
dad was more that type of stuff, and Crosby, Stills and Nash, and James Taylor, and those types of things. But my grandfather was straight up Waylon Jennings,
the Highwayman,
baby,
everything.
All of those guys.
That's cool.
And I didn't listen to any of the country music after that. So what's coming out of me is like old, real country.
Yeah, it's like the classics.
And I guess there's a bit of an appreciation for it.
There really is.
I mean,
He turned you on to Hank Williams Jr. Hank Williams, Jr., of course, a great guy too. I've interviewed him, but Hank Williams and Luke the Drifter, his alter ego. Did you listen to that stuff too? It was really cool.
I'm sure I heard it all.
Yeah, that's really
I didn't know what I was hearing.
Yeah,
I was
just
too young.
came.
It's just there.
That's fantastic.
I couldn't tell you 10 songs by those artists. It's just the music that painted the country landscape.
Dude, I love that, though, dude. But I'm so happy for you. I love, listen, you guys have been my friends since the beginning. Your first TV appearance was on Farm Club with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We stayed friends and worked together for years, and I love it. I love you're out playing and doing the stuff, and I love that you're doing the country thing too. I've had great experiences with the guys like Blake and Brad Paisley. I've had them all do my radio shows, and just big and rich guys, John and Kenny, like, we have a good time, man.
Yeah,
it's what it's all about, and they're great. They write great songs, and that's what it's about. But it's exciting, man. It really is. Well, I'm looking for. Do you have a name for the album yet, or any of that stuff?
The new one?
Yeah.
No. I've got a handful of songs that I'm already playing out and kind of testing the waters with.
Yeah.
And that's enough for me to go into the studio with. Once I get going, stuff just comes.
That's good.
The last one, The Road, that record was done from beginning to end, writing and recording in like 32 hours.
That's amazing.
It was like 7 or 8 4-hour sessions in Nashville.
That's what it's about. That's cool. Let's do it for real. You know what I mean? It's flow.
Riding a bolt of lightning, that's for sure.
It's incredible stuff. I think it's great, man. I'm looking forward to it. You still see Jeff Race? By the way, he's neighbor is my high school friend, so they hang.
I see him pretty much every day if I'm home.
Dude, it's like the world is small when their neighbor's my high school buddy.
He was our disgruntled mailman for a while.
Oh, man. Well, tell him I said hello. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right.
I always do.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Every time you say it, I tell him.
Yeah, that's great. Hanging out with the guys in Stained, everybody. Great to see you guys today, man.
See you too, man.
Glad it all came full circle and we're doing this. FanFest.tv, Matt Pinfield. Welcome to Rockville 2014 with the guys from Stained.